Is it, man?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I thought I didn't know which one you were gonna use, or was Jazz on the Square or Less of the Great. I was
No,
wondering which one is
also
coming.
here I am ripping the boys.
What's up, man? It's PR Guru with, well, the unknown PR Guru, but it's PR Guru on PR Guru, man.
Hey man, and she's been making big moves. Hey, you've seen her work. Trust me.
I'm just trying. We're trying to get this out there and make people see what it is. Ati Slim, I just joined. Thank you for joining, Ati. Yeah, man. So let's start things off, man. You, PR. Let's start off talking about PR before we go to you and Jazz on the Square. Do you think that this country takes public relations seriously?
No. I answer that with like, such a sad heart actually, because there are a huge amount of people that actually do take PR seriously and are like, yo, we need this as a
Yeah.
tool to get to the next level because they understand essentially our importance and what we can do for you as a brand. I say no because once you get that PR person, it's very difficult for you to actually now appreciate what it is that they do for you. And I would like to
Uh-huh.
speak for all people out there. We work our butts off, right? We are the people that okay with not ever getting the recognition, but it's so important, and I hate that because I feel as though the people that you work with, your team, is supposed to
Uh-huh.
uplift you.
Uh-huh.
We as PR people go on a hunch and do on a daily, right? And I think it's rare to find just one PR guru that's working with just one client. So you are
Yeah.
continuously on a daily basis extending yourself to different brands, different sections of brands, brands that are established, brands that haven't been established yet, brands that are oncoming. And they require different parts of you, different contexts that you have. It's a lot of work. So I really do speak out. I love the question that you asked me. No, I seriously feel as though PR people are not appreciated, but I hope that that changes, because
Yeah.
once you can actually see that, you know, there's a gap. There seriously is a gap because a lot of the times people think that they can do it themselves, just talk to radio stations, just get interviews with Alton, like I am with you.
Uh-huh.
And they think it's easiest thing in the world until you have to do it the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh time, and you then see the effort that do that. You then see the preparation that, oh no, it's not just talking to Elton. It's, having to be okay with waiting for a date. It's about following up. It's about, ensuring that you can, what's this, put that press release together, that electronic press kit together, those images,
Yeah.
making sure like, there's a lot that goes into it. So I really hope that that changes. And I appreciate your question because it starts with conversations like you and I. And yeah, we'll see. But,
Yeah.
my team though, Jasmine Skill, we good. They appreciate me a whole lot. And yeah, so
Yeah. And then being a person that works with brands, which brand do you think in South Africa as a whole is a great brand and that brand is taken seriously and that like music or even if it's not music, it can be a company, but which company or brand in this country you think that its PR is doing the most for it?
sure. Uh that's a tough one. South Africa, we don't really take anything seriously. But um I think brands that are close to that, alcohol brands in general, I feel comfortable more with
Yeah.
alcohol brands. I feel like alcohol brands do the work. You look
Uh-huh.
at people such as Jameson. You look at people such as they are one of our sponsors for the event. So
Yeah.
people, I feel like if you were to get a great example, definitely alcohol brands do take their PR seriously, even though they don't even need to do such aggressive time, excuse me, they don't need to do such aggressive PR because at the end of the day, people can't say they will drink, yo, but I just love what they do. I love the messages that they send out, the aggressive advertising that they do. It's great. It's beautiful. I mean, just
Uh,
take a look. fruit right now. They just did a campaign with Kelly Rowland. I mean, that's huge for the South African market.
That's huge.
You know, there were a few other people that I know that were in the, you know, they were part of that launch as well. It was beautiful to see them take something so seriously. So yeah, for me, I'm more comfortable with alcohol brands more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's now just get to the serious things of this interview. Jazz on the Square. When was Jazz on the Square started, and how did it become a brand that it is right now?
So Jazz on the Square is an organization that was formed by a bunch of gentlemen that are
Can you hear me now?
we can hear you loud and clear now.
I think the network on your side kind of went out.
Think so.
Yeah. So as I was saying, the Jazz on the Square, where did it start, and then what is it all about?
So yeah, Jazz on the Square was formed by the group La Funk Events and Activations, right? And it was just formed by a couple of gentlemen, namely, you know, Tabang, Brian, and Jack, amazing guys that I work with. And they brought Jazz on the Square to life, you know, all the way back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, the first Jazz on the Square that they did, though, was back in 2020 during lockdown, which is actually going to be very soon. So be on the lookout for that. So, you know, so Jazz on the Square just basically is about, you know, doing jazz, R&B, and soul music, live music, you know. And it speaks about, you know, all around entertainment, I suppose, because there's also Jazz on the Square conversations, you know. So it's not just one thing. So yeah, and we'll be doing another Jazz on the Square actually in November during the 27th and 28th of November. So, and we've also got big names there, so we're really looking forward to that. So, but it's basically an events company, and we're just gonna keep bringing, you know, nice music to you guys that you guys can enjoy. But more recently now, what we're working on is obviously our Women's All White celebration, which will be taking place on the 6th of August, guys. Ladies, everybody that's tuning in, go tell your friends to tell somebody that on the 6th of August, we will be doing the Women's All White celebration, and it's not limited to women, no. It's an event open up to everyone. We really just want people to come in, have a nice time with us, you know, enjoy that jazz, R&B, soul sound with us. I mean, we're going to have something Soweto there. We're going to have Simi. We're going to have Impossibina, and we're going to have Marcus Hart, you know. So we're really looking forward to that event because it's definitely the first that we've done, like, you know, a women's all celebration for Women's Day. So we're truly excited about this one. We on board with us. We really do appreciate our sponsors. So far, we've got Tanqueray Royale as well as Appetizer. So, you know, we're very, very happy, and we're really appreciative to Mall of Africa as well as Waterfall Park. You know, they've been great people that are just going to be part of this whole movement with us. And we're certainly hoping that we can make it, you know, an annual thing, like every year we just gather at Mall of Africa and we make it a thing. So we're really just looking forward to the success of this one. So guys, please buy your tickets. Unfortunately, early bird tickets are sold out, but you can get your general and your VIP. Please do, you know, follow our page Jazz on the Square, just to get obviously more information. And if you see, because we post on a daily about the event, there's going to be a private there's going to be a chef there, guys. Somebody's going to be cooking for you whilst you are safe. You know, there's going to be a chef there, you know, so you guys can enjoy that live experience of having a chef prepare your food start to finish. I mean, it does not get any more, you know, VIP experience than that. So we're really just make sure that our women feel loved and celebrated. And, you know, it's so great to have men that come and appreciate women just as much. Yeah, you know, I mean, if you think about it, the guys, I work with just guys, you know, and they initially thought of this great idea, and I've joined on board, and we're just trying to make it bigger than what it can be, you know? So, yeah, man, guys, please just come have fun with us.
Yeah. And then with it being a women's month, a women's event type of thing, is the general consensus also looking towards bringing awareness to the GBV that happens within the country?
I mean, definitely, we always like bringing light to such topics, you know. I mean, it goes out saying that, you know, GBV has been a big thing within our country. So topics like that would definitely want to address, you know, just make sure that, you know, it's highlighted out that men you know, actually, let's not even isolate it to just the main thing, because GBV extends to men and
Yeah.
but we really just want it to be a thing of, guys, please come there, please have fun and appreciate your partner mainly, you know,
Mm.
and just enjoy some smooth sounds, guys. Like asolani, hali mamithi mino all relaxed.
Basari thunya. Basari thunya.
No, please. Police security. All right, there's gonna be security. Yo, plus please, eh?
Yeah, and then one other thing that I wanted to ask you about is the artists that you guys brought about. Is it because they are Afro pop artists as well? That is why you actually brought people like Something Soweto as part of the brand as well.
Yeah, man. They speak to the sound. They speak to the sound that
Yeah.
we're really just trying to make it a very chilled event. I mean, we're going to be starting at 10 in the morning. We're going to be ending around
Mhm.
6 at night. We just want you to have like a nice daytime event that's chilled. You go home, you relax, you enjoy your woman's day. That's basically it. The artists that we chose were very simple, you know. Uh, does the person speak to our brand? And you know, when we definitely thought of Something Soweto, Simi, Mposibina, and Marcus Harvey were just like, these guys definitely speak to what it is that we're trying
Yeah.
to do on the day, the type of sounds that we're trying to offer our people. So they are definitely the people that we need to have on that day. You know, I mean, there's gonna be DJs as well, though. You know, Gambino family, and I'll be the MC, y'all.
Killing it, killing it. Multi-talented.
Said, I like a good woman, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Mm. And then what's the aim of, besides it being women's thing? What's the bigger picture of it? Do you guys see it becoming a tour next time? Not it being only on the square, but being a jazz on the square, becoming a tour, going outside. You know how Conca is no longer Conca anymore, but there's Conca Lives. Do you see jazz on the square becoming something like that, becoming alive somewhere else?
Absolutely, it's already started. That's why I said, you know, you keep your eyes open for on your TV screens. It really, really has. We've partnered up, you know, with amazing people. I just can't mention it yet, you know.
Yeah.
Partnered up with amazing brands, and when the time is right, we definitely will announce on our pages as well. But Jazz on the Square is definitely a grown and an established movement. You know, it's just about, you know, those that don't know to join our wave, anyways. You know what I mean? And kind
Yeah.
of that we're about. But it's always, obviously, when you start something, there's a bigger picture to it, right? You want to build on it. You want to see your establishment going way beyond. I mean, events is our core focus of what we do. Obviously, like I said, there are jazz on the square conversations as well, which is podcasting and just hosting these type of conversations. But we obviously plan to expand and just becoming bigger than people can possibly imagine. And so since that ball has already started rolling, we're really looking forward to how we're received by our people, especially with us, you know, making sure that we're pushing ourselves on bigger platforms, which means bigger exposure for ourselves as a brand, and just
Yeah.
obviously for artists and brands that we then choose to collaborate with, you know. So we're really just looking forward to that. Jazz on the Square, you guys better make sure that y'all know that name if you don't already, because it's already been, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you talking about the podcast as well. Does the podcast only focus on jazz specifically, or it just focuses on other sounds involved within music as well? Six Nyamani is here, man. Shout out Six Nyamani is here. Sorry
So
about that.
like, no, it's not limited to jazz. I think what people need to then understand is that jazz is the mother of a lot of genres, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even for us to name ourselves Jazz on the Square, that's the main focus and that's where it started, because that is the alpha. However, if you think about sounds that then came from jazz, it's your R&Bs, it's your souls, it's your neo soul. I mean, there was a lot that was birthed from that sound. And so we would never limit ourselves in that way, and never limit the conversation in that way for people not to be able to then obviously have the conversation regarding other topics. But no, never, we would never do that. So it's very like
So where can the people find the podcast? Is it already up? Is it coming? Is it on it? Where can they find it?
don't worry, if people want to know more about it, I'll definitely make sure that we post up about it. But I mean, if you guys were to just check out Jazz on the Square Conversations, you'll definitely find something.
Yeah. And then recent conversations that you guys had, or was it about?
So we haven't had anything that's recent yet, but we are busy cooking up something. And
Uh-huh.
obviously, like I said, we're the same people that believe in always like letting our people know. So once that is up, we definitely will see on our pages, which is why I urge everybody to follow us on Jazz on the Square, so that you guys can
Uh-huh.
be on the know on about anything jazzy, you know.
Yeah, man. And then let's
Yeah.
talk ticket sales. Where can they get the tickets, or should they still follow the page in order to know where they can get tickets?
Of course, I mean that's the start of it all. They need to follow the
Yeah.
page because we actually put up ticket link, right? We are working with CompuTicket on this one. The links are available, and in every post that we share, we make sure that we include the ticket link just so people can get it. 300 Rand for general entry, and then for your extra VIP experience, 600 Rand. Yeah, and then you guys can click on the link, buy your tickets for your friends and everybody else thinks that they want to come and join us and have fun. Do that for them, and let's all enjoy ourselves on the 6th of August. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe somebody here is wondering, what does the VIP offer them? What does the VIP then offer so that lures them in? What does the VIP offer?
Whoa, we can't take out too many things right now. So follow our page.
Ke batla bagale. Ke batla bagale.
So we out here giving people, we're like, no, guys, buy these tickets. We urge you to. Get jobs. So you can't spoil it for people. No ways. You think you slick? I see you, Elton. Experience. So guys, please just get yourselves there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the brand name, I saw you guys, I don't know if it's your tickets or what is it. I saw that there's a bar where you guys just put props of champagne. Yeah.
The things that
What is it all about?
so that's why I said we're gonna be having your all VIP experience. There's gonna be a chef on there. I mean, he's going to do that. He's gonna do it in your face. Atropeana.
Yeah.
Obviously South African 12 days. And then you must just have fun. It's part of the experience as well. So I don't know how else I can say this. Why aren't you guys getting your tickets and just coming, guys? How much more do I need?
Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets. So people always think that doing an event is the most easiest thing to do, man. Asking you, having experience, working with a brand, how hard is it coming up with something this big? Jazz on the Square, man. How hard has it been?
Sure. It's intense, one, you're working with different minds, and you're working with different minds where you guys are all coming together with different ideas. That's the first thing. And then the execution of it. I cannot tell you how our group chats are rolling. Meetings I had at odd hours. Oh, Siyabonga Escom as well.
Yeah.
To try and make sure that you put in the hours. I mean, the work that goes into that. I mean, a lot that I have now learned since working with the general. I'm so grateful for. But like, who are those people that are saying, please let me find them? Let's
I always thought it was easy myself until I started working with a certain gentleman. But now I see.
James, I mean, the forms you need to complete, the safety regulations that you need to ensure, especially and the waterfall park, safety regulations there. Just trying to get sponsors on board to just carry this. I mean, you guys as a team, you guys are working tirelessly. I mean, like I said, we're just a team of 4 people, right? And kind of obviously share the work amongst yourselves and just carry it's endless, endless. So whoever is saying it's easy, give me that. We just want to talk.
Just watching. We're watching y'all. Yeah, man. And then one other question. What else do I want to ask you? Something. Oh yeah. With artists are some people that you can never. Artists. So how do you deal with that? You especially having to release a media release. The hardest thing to do is having to have a media release the next day. So how do you deal with that?
So being in PR, right, I've learned, and just events as a whole, I've learned that this is part of showbiz.
Yeah.
Represented artists. I've been on the end where I've represented artists and they haven't been able to make it to the commitment. And you now
Yeah.
need to let the organizers, they know this. I've been in a position whereby we've booked people, and our people, and the people we've booked haven't pitched up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't control the inevitable. That much I've realized. You can only hope for the best. And I mean, that's why, I mean, people obviously try and put safety measures, like we basically pay the people, make the deposits and what. However, njengoba usho, abantu ngeke baconfirm, especially artists, right? I will hope that people respect their jobs in as much as we respect ours. And, you know, especially having released the press release and all, we can only hope that the people take us seriously. But our artists really do, which I love. But I mean, it's not just about them just not wanting to show up. Things happen in life. At the end of the day, are people, you know? So you can only really hope for the best that day, Ivula Masango, and everybody receives it well. There's no rain, there's no people postponing, and it will just be a success. So that's really what you try and focus your energy on. But you know, when things don't go well, you obviously recollect yourself, team, and you keep pushing forward. You just make the best of a very stuck situation. That's all you can do, really. And obviously, not learn to not take this personally, because this is showbiz. Things change, quicker than I don't know what. So yeah, so that's all you can do, really. Hope for the best. Hope for the best, and just hope, you know.
Ungiri na ungiri PR ungiri hayat.
Ya ka ke yana ke kopa on
What are you doing? What are you doing? Ke bere go Jason the Square na. You know what? There's another PR guru out here. They just don't know me yet, but I'm the best public relations practitioner out there. Yeah.
At it, you keep working at it. That's all.
You know, we just yeah. And then with social media, man. On social media, where can people find, besides Instagram, where can people find Jason the Square on social media? And a website, if you guys have a website.
So on IG and Twitter, we are jazz_on_the_square. And then on Facebook, we are jazz_on_the_square. Just follow us as those man. And then start with us. I mean, if there's anything that anybody's unsure about, just slip into the DMs. We do respond. So ask any questions regarding the events, and we'll make sure that we get a response to you. But other than that, yeah, everybody must just follow us on Jazz on the Square, man. And, you know, you can definitely find us there.
Yeah, and then now let's just recap everything. How much is the ticket and what time does the event start again?
So general entry is going to be 300 Rand. VIP experience will be 600 Rand. And then make sure that you guys are there by 10 o'clock in the morning, because by 6, you know?
No after party. Zero after party.
After party. No. We're starting you off.
Yeah.
We're starting now from 12 to 12. Yeah, we are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So here on Insta Lives with the Great, before we close anything, it's actually the Great and the Great. Today the Great meets the Great, you know.
It's a great day.
Crazy. So right on Insta Lives with the Great, before we close it off, we like asking people questions based in South Africa about South Africans, even if it's South Africans outside of South Africa. So the first question is, who is one of the best saxophone players in South Africa? Jazz, saxophone. I think he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Jazz, old man.
Damn. Is it not Hugh Masekela?
It is. Which other artist has an event on the square in South Africa? It's not Jazz on the Square, but it's the same. It's on the square. It's called something Orchestra on the Square. Who that?
I have no idea.
You have no. It's AKA.
Who cares about AK when we've got...
I care about AK. What you mean? What you mean? It's Super Mega. No, not Super Mega. Oh, I was supposed to talk about Casper.
Like, okay,
I was supposed to talk about Casper.
hip hop.
How about hip hop? How about hip hop?
Like, hip hop. Like, unless you're going to be asking me about common sense, then now we're talking.
Okay, the question number 3. Which only South African sings in Zulu, you know him, has won an award in this country? Not an South African award, an American award. Only one. Only Zulu person to win a BET award. Yes.
You asking me about somebody I work with. Okay. All right.
Exactly. That is why I'm saying you know.
You gotta give a shout out to the entire cartel, man. They
Yeah, man.
You know. So yeah.
Dope stuff. And then number 4, which South African is acting on Woman King? It's a new movie coming out. It's called Woman King.
We saw that.
And then last question, which South African national football team is on the semi-finals of the AFCON Cup right now, the final? Bunyana.
They are rapping hard. Let them bring it home.
They're working hard, man.
And around the world, girl.
Girls. Shout out to them, man. Yeah, listen, man, I don't know. I've covered everything on my side. Is there anything else that you want to say that I didn't touch on that you feel like was supposed to be touched on?
You asked all the necessary questions. I just wanted you guys to know about our event. Women's All White Celebration. Y'all better be there. Hey.
Yeah, man. Give us your outro then. Give us your outro. Before you leave us, give us an outro. Let Lisa the Great give us an outro. Lisa the Great.
We can't have 2 hosts though. There must be one.
Nah, but I get a host to
this host.
Lisa.
But okay, yeah. Since you asked very nicely, guys, make sure that on the 6th of August you get yourselves down to Mall of Africa, Waterfall Park. I mean, we're gonna have Simi, we're gonna have something to wait till Mposibina, we're gonna have Marcus Harvey, and we're gonna have myself as your host. We will also have, additional DJs, Gambino, family guys. It's just gonna be a mess. It's gonna be more so. So you guys definitely want to get yourselves there. But for myself, Lisa the Great, signing out.
Yeah, man, and it's me, and I always have 3 things to say to you. I always say, stay real, stay talking, and stay awesome. And like she says, don't ever forget to put the great on our names.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah, man, that was it. And y'all know my name. My name is always Tabayotin Puluken, but don't you ever fucking forget to put the great before my beautiful name, or else it is blasphemy. It is stay real, stay talking, and always stay awesome. Yeah, boy!